in my backyard, and it's a gorgeous day. And I want to talk to you today about worry. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. You guys know that song, right? So, I got a message this morning from a customer talking about just being completely overwhelmed and how so many things are on her mind and her plate of what she wants to accomplish, and she doesn't know where to begin. And because she's thinking about all the things to do, she's actually frozen. She's debilitated in actually getting any progress done because she's thinking about everything that needs to be done, or not needs, everything she wants to do. And she's worrying. Now, I am the daughter of the world's greatest warrior. She is a warrior for all warriors. And I've loved her for 43 years, and I have watched her worry for 43 years. She will be exhausted in a day. My husband's just texting me back because I told him I want a ukulele for my birthday. Let me move that. Move off the screen. There we go. So, she will worry for the entire country, and she will spend the day sitting on a chair in her house worrying herself to death. And I can tell you this, nothing has ever been improved by her worrying. Nothing has ever been helped by her worrying. She has not made the world any better by worrying. She has not helped an outcome because she worried about it. She has not made herself happier from worrying. She has not found peace in worrying. She has not done anything positive from worrying. She thinks of every possible scenario, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And they never happen. And some of them are like so far-fetched they never could happen, right? But she worries about them all. Now I can tell you what does happen when she worries. It takes its toll on her health. It definitely takes a toll on her happiness and her joy. It takes a toll on her productivity in every other area in her life because she's too busy worrying, and it helps nothing. Now, I understand if you are a serial worrier that saying all these things is one thing and singing a song is one thing, but actually making a change is completely something else. Now, while I have not always been a worrier, part of my postpartum mental health issues that I have experienced caused me to have concerns over things that were never going to happen. I remember one time I sat on my couch for 45 minutes figuring out how I was going to get baby Finn out of the house if a gang of ninjas came to the house to try and take him away. Now I can laugh at that now, but when it happened and I lost 45 minutes of my life trying to figure out what I would do in that situation, I realized that this isn't healthy. Now, I've been on my own journey for the past, 8 years dealing with, my postpartum issues. And after my third was born, I had a lot of anxiety and PTSD, and I lost a lot of time because I was sitting on my couch and unable to do things. Now, I'm healed from that now, thanks to using, the Envoy CBD oil that's given me my mental health back. So I can talk about this from a place of healing. And I can tell you that I never gained anything from sitting there worrying about things that were never going to happen, or worrying about possibilities. As a mom, part of my postpartum issue is I was worried about car rides. I was worried about school shootings. I was worried about every single thing under the sun. And the horribly sad thing is that those things do and can happen in our world, but worrying about them didn't help anything. So I'm in a place now where I don't spend my time obsessively worrying about those things, and I can tell you that this side is so much more peaceful. I am so much happier, and my kids feel loved just the same. They probably actually feel more loved because I'm spending more joyful moments with them versus losing time with them because I'm too busy worrying. So if you're worried about all the things you want to accomplish, all the goals you have on your plate, and it's overwhelming you, I want you to do a few things. Number one, get a journal and write them all down. The best thing you can do when you've got so many things running around your head is get them out of your head. Take them out of your head and put them on paper. Make a list of all the things that are there in your head. And now you don't have to remember them. You just go back to this paper. If you want to see all the things you need to think about, or if you want to pick up a worry, you go pick it up off that paper. You don't have to keep it up in your head. And if these are goals, if these are things you want to accomplish, like, oh, I want to start eating more vegetables, I want to start drinking more water, I want to go walking every day, I want to do some push-ups, I want to start reading more books, I want to cook more at home, I want to eat less fast food, I want to definitely cut out sugar, I want to cut out coffee, I definitely want to take more time for myself, and I want to start meditating, and I really should do yoga. Oh, and then I should definitely go walking with that walking group that meets every third Tuesday when it's a full moon. And I should definitely see how the list adds up of all these things you should be doing or you want to do. If you try and tackle them all, first of all, it ain't gonna happen, okay? But all those things, write them down and then pick one, okay? Sorry, my dog's chasing a bird in the yard. Oh man, he looks like a champion. He was excited. Pick one thing to work on now, okay? Because the only way we can reach success is if we do it one step at a time. If we want to get to the top of that ladder, we take it one rung at a time. So all your worries, write them down so they're on paper and out of your head and your heart. If you're overwhelmed by all the things you should be doing or want to do or need to do, write them down on a piece of paper. And now pick one. Pick one and decide what actionable steps can you take towards reaching that one goal. And then write those actionable steps down. So hypothetically speaking, I'm going to pick that I want to drink more water. Okay, that's fine. You've said you want to drink more water. Let's define it. So start with a small goal. I want to drink 1 whole glass of water, and pick your glass. Know which glass it is, because there's glasses this big and there's glasses this big. Pick your glass that you're going to drink. Say, I'm going to drink 1 glass of water when I first wake up every morning. And let that be your goal until you've achieved it and you know that every day you're going to drink water. And you're going to do it because you love it and you like the way it makes you feel. And you feel healthier, you feel more vibrant, you have more energy when you do that. And when you've locked that one down, then you're going to add the next goal. And it can be, I'm going to drink a glass of water when I first wake up, and I'm going to drink a glass of water right before lunch. And then you knock that out of the park. And when you've locked those both in, then you can move to the next challenge. And maybe you're like, you know what? I feel good about water right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. And now I'm going to really start working on eating vegetables. So I'm going to eat a veggie snack between lunch and dinner every day. And then every day between lunch and dinner, you eat a veggie snack, whether it's veggies dipped in hummus or it's a smoothie that has veggies in it, whatever it is, and you knock that out of the park and you just start doing little tiny baby steps, okay? Now say you're worried about something that isn't necessarily about food and water and fitness. What if you're worried about finances? What if you're worried about, I don't have any money in my savings account and I really don't like feeling that nervous? Then set a goal for that. Say, okay, I'm on a tight budget. Where can I get some wiggle room? And maybe you get a coffee from the coffee shop 4 days a week. Can you get coffee 2 days a week? And the money from the 2 coffees, now my coffee is $5 and change, okay? So instead of having it 4 days a week, I have it 2 days a week, and then I take $10 every week and put it in a savings account. And then when I have $300, I'm going to go ahead and learn how to invest. Okay, so these are things you're thinking. And then when I invest, I'm going to do this. Okay, so let's start with baby steps. And you start by trying to have only 2 coffees a week and put $10 in savings every week. And you do that and set a goal. And then when you get to $300, you are going to look at something else. But not going to worry about it until you get there. So just keep doing your $10 a week. And as soon as you're at $300, you're going to put it back in your head. So baby step it, okay? What if you want to get your house organized? Okay, I've had friends who, oh my gosh, they're always worried about the house and the clutter, and they're so unorganized, and they look at their house and they add the mess and the overwhelm and all the stuff. It just completely freezes them. They can't do anything because it's too much. So you start with something. You start with a tiny baby step, and maybe it is, I'm going to go through my cup cupboard and donate all the cups that I don't like, that I don't want, I don't use, and they don't bring me joy. And you start with the cup cupboard. And then you can go to the closet under the stairs, clean that one out, donate a bunch of stuff. So you just pick one tiny area at a time. And then enjoy that. Once you've completed that one thing, celebrate it, You have to celebrate it. You've got to celebrate your wins. No matter how big or how small, you've got to set yourself up with a bunch of memories of successes, okay? That's how we reprogram our brains to want to do things, because we want the success, we want the celebration. And you just tackle it one tiny thing at a time. Now, if you've tried that and you're still completely overwhelmed and you're worried about your mental health, I get it, I understand, I've been there. If you are an Envoy CBD customer, use the CBD every day. On my challenging days, I'll use it a lot. I'll use it up to 5 times a day. On my days where my anxiety is really soaring, okay? And if you have not gotten the CBD oil yet, definitely give it a try. If you're shopping for different brands, some things I highly suggest you look for. Make sure the CBD oil is organic. It does not have to come from dispensary. A hemp CBD oil is perfectly fantastic for most people, okay? Make sure it has, they'll talk about an extraction process. You want a CO2 extraction process. The other extraction processes are full of chemicals. And also look at the ingredients of the CBD oil. If there's a bunch of things in it that you can't pronounce, or it's artificial colors, artificial sweeteners, artificial preservatives, steer clear of that. So you want the least amount of ingredients, CO2 extraction, and organic. Now, most CBD companies will say they have a certificate of authenticity. Check on those, because I know a lot of companies, they have a certification of authenticity, but it's from like 2.5 years ago. So they've not followed the standards since then, or if they did, we don't know about it. You want a certificate of authenticity every single batch. Okay, so that's important. So if you want to know more about CBD oil, you have questions about hemp CBD products, just let me know, okay? I'm eating, sleeping, and breathing it. It's helped me immensely. It's given me my life back, guys, where I'm not losing days sitting on the couch worrying. I'm not obsessed over the potentials of a car accident or ninjas taking my kids, right? I'm finding so much peace, and it's because of those products that I'm in this place I'm at now. So if you're overwhelmed, and also talk to your doctor. If you have a mental health doctor, talk to them as well, okay? You don't have to live your life feeling overwhelmed and constantly worrying. That's not the most joyful way to exist. There's another way, and I support you in your journey in finding that. So if you have any questions or you need more support, let me know. Thanks for watching. Take a deep breath and enjoy the rest of your day.